James Wiseman, but Precious Achiuwa, another guy who is expected to be a one-and-doner. Quinones with the nice...
He's a 7'1" center who's a Nashville native. When he joined Memphis as a freshman in 2018 under direction of Hardaway, Wiseman was one of the highest-rated freshmen in the country. In his college debut against South Carolina State, he had an outstanding 28 points, 11 boards, 3 blocks, and an assist. And now it's our pleasure to bring you the top 10 highlights of James Wiseman. You'll want to share this video with your fellow players. Like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Number 10. South Carolina State Bulldogs vs. Memphis Tigers. In November of 2019, during the matchup between South Carolina State Bulldogs versus the Memphis Tigers, early in the first quarter of the game, James Wiseman shields the paint and puts up a follow-up dunk for the quick flash. After Boggy Ellis misses a three-point shot, Wiseman was perfectly positioned to assure the point for the Tigers. Number 9. UIC Flames vs. Memphis Tigers, November 6, 2018. James Wiseman had another dominant game for the number 14 Memphis Tigers. Wiseman had 17 points and 9 rebounds, taking the Tigers to a massive win of 46-92. In the particular instance for number 9 on our list, James Wiseman blocks UIC forward Dayon Ejim. After putting him in a post, Dayon thought he could take on the 7'1" unicorn James Wiseman, but Wiseman swats the ball out of bounds when Dayon tried to do a layup over Wiseman, and this occurred in the early part of the first quarter of the game. Number 8. Wiseman's monster dunk. For everyone watching from home, on their smartphones, and the people lucky enough to be the live audience, it was amazing to see James Wiseman put up a monster dunk after a great pass from Boggy Ellis. Wiseman was guarded by UIC forward Braylon Bridges, but couldn't hold him strongly enough. That led Wiseman for the wide-open monster dunk. This amazing play happened at 8:10 in the second quarter. Number 7. Wiseman's block. Wiseman isn't only turning heads because of his offense. He's also got great skill on the defense end. In our choice for number 7, James Wiseman blocks UIC guard Godwin Bowen. Bowen went for the three-pointer, misses the shot, but then gets the lost ball and went for the layup. But he gets blocked from behind by James Wiseman in complete shame of rejection. Godwin Bowen couldn't believe it. This massive display of defense also happened in the first quarter with 6:55 on the clock of the UIC vs. Memphis Tigers in November of 2019. Number 6. A mesmerizing dunk. For our number 6 choice on our list, we have James Wiseman pulling off a mesmerizing dunk. Wiseman's teammate, DJ Jeffries, tries to go in for the bucket, but gets a stop from one of the opponent's defense. Jeffries then sees Wiseman in the paint, passes him the rock, and Wiseman displayed a masterpiece of athleticism with a most vicious dunk in the first quarter with a clock at 3:52, which advanced the score to 28-37, Memphis Tigers leading the SC State on November 9, 2019. Number 5. James Wiseman fast break tomahawk dunk. For our number 5 on the list of Wiseman highlights, we have James Wiseman's fast break tomahawk dunk. Wiseman's teammate, Precious Achiuwa, was guarding Majok Madol of the SC State Bulldogs. He tried to get Achiuwa in the post, but Achiuwa poked the ball loose and the Memphis guard Damian Baugh grabs the ball, runs, and hits a precise fast break pass to Wiseman for the most satisfying dunk. This was another amazing dunk that you'll have to rewind a few times to savor the spectacle. This tomahawk dunk went down in the first quarter of the game with 11:37 on the clock, which resulted in a 17-17 game tie. SC State vs. Memphis Tigers, November 9, 2019. Number 4. Wiseman's follow-up dunk. In Wiseman's amazing feat for our number 4, James Wiseman stuffs a follow-up dunk, assuring to hit another score for the Tigers. Right after his teammate Damian Baugh misses a layup, Damian Baugh called for a screen. Then Wiseman, quick to fulfill his role in that play, set the screen and waited in the three-point line for his teammate to pass him the ball for the three-pointer act and play. He went straight in for the bucket but misses it, so Wiseman sprints to the rim, grabs the ball, and stuffs the ball with a hefty impact. This play went down in the second quarter of the game with 2:38 on the clock, with a score of 74-69 at Oregon's leads during the match Oregon vs. Memphis Tigers on November 13, 2019. Number 3. Wiseman's dunk over Evan Mobley. For our number 3 Wiseman highlight, we bring you James Wiseman dunking over Rancho Christian center Evan Mobley. Wiseman, from the three-point line, sees an opening for the dunk, while Evan Mobley thought he could hold down Wiseman as Wiseman drives through to the basket. Wiseman finished the play with an astonishing dunk that actually was the dunk of the game. This dunk of the night took place in the second quarter with 6:39 on the clock, while the score was 21-21 tie game on January 17, 2019. Number 2. Wiseman's Silky Silk Finger Roll. With 6:05 on the clock in the second quarter of Memphis versus UIC, James Wiseman came in with the Silky Silk Finger Roll for the bucket. His teammate, Tyler Harris, was chasing the floor with a chance for a layup, but instead passes it to Damian Baugh, who then passes it behind to James Wiseman for the Silky Silk Finger Roll. His execution of the finger roll seemed like he learned it from the finger roll master George Gervin, who turned the shot into a nearly unstoppable weapon when he led the NBA in scoring between 1978 and 1980. Number 1. Wiseman's Alley-Oop. And for our number 1 highlight for this video, we're bringing you the amazing alley-oop dunk. James Wiseman slams a wide-open alley-oop from Alex Lomax that brought the audience to their feet in cheers. Wiseman's teammate Alex Lomax was hesitating to throw the alley-oop pass to Wiseman originally, but when he had visual confirmation from Wiseman about the play to execute, he decided to let it go. Wiseman, who had already understood the course of action, catches the ball and throws it in the bucket. It was so precise, no one had the chance to touch him. This incredible highlight took place in the first quarter of the game, with 12:44 on the clock, with a score of 15-12 SCST leading Memphis on November 6, 2019. Center of controversy. Although the highlights come to an end, we do want to bring you a special mention of the controversy of Wiseman's suspension. Yes, that's right. Surprisingly, before Wiseman played against UIC, a game in which he had 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 blocks, Wiseman was in the center of controversy as he was deemed ineligible by the NCAA. An investigation revealed that Hardaway gave Wiseman's family $11,500 to help them move from Nashville to Memphis in 2017. At first, the NCAA ruling seemed premature and flat out wrong, as Hardaway wasn't Memphis's coach at that time. However, because the former NBA superstar had previously donated money, specifically $1 million to Memphis in the past, his affiliation with the school was that of a booster. And NCAA policy stipulates it a violation if a booster gifts these funds to players. So by penalty, Wiseman was declared ineligible. Although that was the case, he still found a way to play. He filed a lawsuit in which he proclaimed that the NCAA had already declared him as eligible in 2018, and an injunction was used to get Wiseman back on the court to play against UIC and Oregon. He was suspended for 12 games. Plus, Wiseman was required to donate the sum of the money given to him by Hardaway for his family to charity. Although he did serve some of his suspension and missed 7 games soon after, before declaring that he would leave Memphis to prepare for the NBA draft, and he also dropped the lawsuit. In interviews with the focus on his NBA potentials in relations to leaving Memphis, Wiseman said neither the Warriors nor the Hornets asked him about withdrawing from Memphis in the middle of a 12-game NCAA-imposed suspension. Memphis coach Penny Hardaway started his post-game news conference saying he knew everyone wanted to talk about the status of Wiseman, who was introduced with the starting lineup. Hardaway said, "I have to be silent on that because it's an ongoing process. I wish I could talk about it, but we just have to stay silent about it until we move forward. Anybody asks me questions, I'll just have to move past it and say I can't talk about it right now." Wiseman was not made available post-game for news about his situation, but he later took to social media and posted on Instagram. "All smiles. God got me." That brings us to the end. We hope you enjoyed these highlights of Wiseman. And in the comment section, let us know if you're a fan of Wiseman and what you expect to see in his future. Be sure to share this video with your fellow NBA fanatical friends. Hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell.